Falcons and the Saints, all eyes on Sean Payton back on the sidelines after being suspended last season. The aerial show between Matt Ryan and Drew Brees. How would this one turn out? Second Falcons possession, no score, 1st and 10 from their own 40. Matt Ryan looking for Harry Douglas. Runs left along the sideline, runs by all those Saints players for a gain of 50 yards. Sets up a 1st and goal from the Saints 10-yard line. 2 plays later, 2nd and goal. Ryan runs right. He was retired, but now he's back. Tony Gonzalez for the 7-yard touchdown. His 28th career touchdown pass to Gonzalez. Dunks it over the crossbar. Maybe not as authoritatively as it used to, but the Falcons lead 7-0. Second quarter, Falcons ball. They're up 10-3, 1st and 10 from their own 20. Ryan looking for Julio Jones, but Malcolm Jenkins forces the fumble right here. Roman Harper recovers, returns it all the way to the Falcons' 31-yard line. Take a look at it again. This your quintessential grease pig. Ball just flies out of Julio Jones's hands just before his knee hits the ground. Saints D under new coordinator Rob Ryan forcing that turnover early on. 3 plays later, Saints 3rd and 4 from their own 25. Drew Brees looking for Marcus Colston. Got it for 25 yards and a touchdown. Colston's 533rd reception as a Saint. That is a franchise record. Saints tie the game at 10 as they convert on the Jones turnover. Saints go into the half up 13-10. Third quarter still 13-10. Falcons 2nd and 6 from their own 45-yard line. Steven Jackson, his Falcons debut. Yep, he still got it. 50-yard gain all the way down to the Saints' 5-yard line. Jackson finished with 77 yards rushing on the day. Yeah, he's a little bit faster than Michael Turner. Not by much, but still a little faster. 3 plays later, 3rd and goal from the Saints 4, Matt Ryan. There's Julio Jones. He holds on to this one. Falcons go up 17-13. Ryan's 2nd touchdown pass of the day. The 59-yard drive takes less than 2 minutes. Next Saints possession, Brees. There's Jimmy Graham. Gets the ball over the pylon for the touchdown. Saints now lead it 20-17. Graham finished with 45 yards receiving and that score. Fourth quarter, Falcons ball trailing 20-17, 3rd and 8 from their own 33. Matt Ryan again. Harry Douglas would have been a 1st down, but a holding penalty negates the play. Falcons have to end up punting back to the Saints. They kick a field goal to go up 23-17. Next Falcons possession, 3 minutes, 12 seconds left. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Here comes the drama. Ryan over the middle. Julio Jones, the leaping grab for the gain of 17. 1st down, the drive continues. 4 plays later, 2nd and 10 from the Saints' 27-yard line. Ryan, Harry Douglas, a gain of 20 yards down to the 7. 3 plays later, 3rd and goal from the Falcons' 3. Ryan looking for Steven Jackson. He's got it. This is a touch, but he drops it. Incomplete. Sets up 4th and goal with the game on the line. Here we go. Sean Payton, Rob Ryan looking on. Ryan is going to look for Tony Gonzalez on this one. Into the end zone, but it's picked off by Roman Harper. Take another look at it. It's the rookie Kenny Vaccaro who deflects the pass, allowing Harper to make the play for the Saints. Gonzalez had his hands on it. Saints hold on to win it 23-17. Rob Ryan's defense holds. When's the last time we said that? The Saints win thanks to their defense holding. He's more excited than his brother, and his brother won on Sunday. 23-17 the final.
Bucks and Saints, Josh Freeman no longer the captain thanks to that guy. We think this is not a good relationship. This was not good weather. Lightning issues delayed the game by an hour and 9 minutes. First quarter, Drew Brees to Jimmy Graham. Career high 179 yards to the air.
Got it from
you
the
leave
youth.
your all-pro tight end.
Just let him run long.
Saints up 10-7 at the break. Fourth quarter, up 6 and looking for more, but Brees picked off by Mason Foster.
That's a very strange program.
Hey, did he just throw that ball right to him? Am I seeing something?
But watch the tackle attempt.
He should have stayed in front. I know I'm 46 and my eyes are not as sharp as they once were.
85 yards on the score.
But did Brees just throw that ball right to this man?
Yeah, he's trying to explain himself on several fronts there.
He
Now,
was open.
up a point. Greg Schiano calls a timeout, sending out Ryan Lindell, 47 yards to make it a 4-point game, and they miss it.
Kill you, boy.
So, Drew Brees has got that shot, and it's time for our Mercedes-Benz drive of the day. A little over a minute to go. No timeouts left. Brees to Jimmy Graham, and we're in Bucs territory.
Oh, he never throws the ball to him.
And here we go.
Then Drew Brees to Darren Sproles.
Nah, he never throws it to him either.
And then Drew Brees to the Saints' all-time leading pass catcher, Marcus Colston. Look at this pitch and catch.
No reason to double him either.
Now, remember, no timeout, so they go down, they spike it, which they do. That sets up Garrett Hartley from 29 yards out. Saints 2-0. Remember, they didn't get their second win until October 21st.
Coach is back.
A year ago.
Coach is back.
Okay, we moved down to the Bayou, and the Saints didn't get their third win last year until November 5th. Looking at 3-0, facing the Cardinals, and Carson Palmer under duress all day. This Saints defense much improved, Marshall Faulk.
Oh, yeah. So, hey, listen, they had a lot of room to get better.
Cameron Jordan, the guy applying a lot of the pressure on this day. 2 sacks. Palmer was dropped 4 times on the day, completed just 18 of 35 passes. In the meantime, Jimmy Graham is a free agent to be.
Pay the
Anybody up here
man.
want to be his agent?
Hey, Jimmy being his own agent right now. This is exactly how to be your own agent.
The touchdown grab, and he has replaced Tony Gonzalez as the best dunker post TD catch
Okay,
in
count
the
that.
league.
That was on number 37. I want you to count these now.
2 Saints possessions later,
Look at this right
Drew
here.
Brees to Jimmy Graham. 9 catches, $134, and a score on the day.
32. That was Tyrann Mathieu, though. That one, that was 32.
That's real right there, boy. That's the new
We gonna say we got to put somebody else on.
prototype
He's beating all of us.
player
Put somebody
in
else
the
on.
NFL.
Here's the other touchdown by Graham. 8 consecutive 300-yard
That's Patrick
passing days for Drew Brees.
Patrick
He put
Peterson.
everybody on it.
Last time the Saints were 3-0, they won it all.
Peterson will beat everybody you got.
The Dolphins went down to New Orleans and found out that not so easy to stay undefeated.
They
in
actually
the
went
NFL.
up. Did you not do well in geography?
Well, they went over.
Okay, up and over.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm so used to saying down. There's Cameron Wake not playing tonight because of a knee injury. Darren Sproles was playing, and he was playing pretty well, wasn't he?
Lights out is what I would call it. But Sean Payton scored this one right here on probably Thursday, an install.
It was easy. It was easy pickings. It was a lot of Darren Sproles in that first drive.
48-yard pickup there. Then it's Sproles again for the 5-yard touchdown. Saints up 7-0 early and feeling pretty good. Look at Sean.
I mean,
A lot of love there.
Yeah, I wish you would have designed one of them runs where you get to score without getting touched when I was there. It was ridiculous.
Ryan Tannehill trying to make something happen, scrambling up the middle, but you got to protect that ball.
Ooh.
Recovered by Raphael Bush. The Saints take over on their own 38. Take another
Curtis
look at this.
Lofton.
Yeah, that's what Curtis Loft's been doing for a long time.
Yep, brought over from Atlanta. He didn't do that too often when he was in Atlanta, though. Saints
No.
were always whooping him up. That's why he came over and joined the Saints.
Is that it?
Yeah, he told me that.
Drew Brees again finding his go-to man, Darren Sproles, takes it 21 yards for the first down. And then 4 plays later, Brees, you asked where Jimmy Graham was early
This
in
is
the game. we found
ridiculous.
him.
This is ridiculous.
The funny thing is, the ball should have gone to Robert Beacham, but we'll throw it into triple coverage. Jimmy Graham, he's got it.
He posted him up, too.
That's how I dunk on you, Dan.
Jamar Taylor, the rookie from Boise State. They didn't have many Jimmy Grahams in the Mountain West last year, guys.
Yeah, 6'7", 270, not too often.
So the Saints go up 14-3. Then Tannehill here to Marcus Thigpen. He breaks a couple of tackles. He's going 50 yards. And the Dolphins now in the red zone where coming into this game, they've done really well this year. So a couple of plays later, it's 2nd and goal, Lamar Miller.
Another walk-in. 2 easy walk-ins in this game early for the running backs.
Rob Ryan wasn't happy about that. Angles and numbers is what gets you a touchdown like that.
So that was a 14-10 ball game, but this changes things.
Jabari Greer!
Jabari Greer with the interception returns 22 yards. Take another look and tell us how this went down, Heath.
Well, listen, this is just instincts. Tennessee Volunteers' finest. Jabari Greer eyeing up the young quarterback. He literally beats the wide receiver out of the break, snaps on the ball. It's just a thing of beauty. Listen, great hands, great instincts. two things you can't really coach, can you, DJ?
No question. Mike Sherman putting his head down on that one. That's tough to even to put on the quarterback when you get that kind of a jump.
Well, and then it results in this. Breeze to Darren Sproles for the 13-yard touchdown. Could have been a touchdown or a pick.
Well, listen.
This throw took a lot of guts. Let's put it that way.
Look how close that is.
Listen, the fingertips away. I mean, threading the needle. What else can you call this? This is just a thing of beauty, but this is what they had going early and often during this game between Breeze and Sproles.
Yeah, Nolan Carroll misses that ball by just a couple of inches, but this game is all about inches. Mike Wallace returning to his hometown of New Orleans, not having a great night, going up against his buddy Keenan Lewis. Can't make the catch, and Wallace just couldn't seem to get things going. A couple of drops for Wallace tonight.
Well, this is the inconsistency. This is why Pittsburgh, amongst other reasons, wasn't willing to pay him the paycheck that the Miami Dolphins were.
And you're not going to be able to keep pace with the New Orleans Saints and Drew Brees when you're dropping those balls.
Can't do it.
Especially when you have a guy like Jimmy Graham to throw to. The Saints go 35-10. 38-17 is the final.
Daddy's back. You see the sign.
Saints and the Bears. Jay Cutler, hope you're wearing a lot of pads. Well, you'll see why in a couple of seconds. First quarter, Bears possession. Second possession, trailing 3-0, 1st and 10. Cutler is hit by Malcolm Jenkins. Cameron Jordan picks it up, returns it 11 yards to the Bears 6. No, not Jordan Cameron. Look how excited Rob Ryan is. Don't read lips, kids. Next Bears possession, same score. Cutler looks to pass. Here comes David Hawthorne. Sacks him for a 7-yard loss, forcing a Bears punt. Second quarter, next Bears possession. This can't keep happening, can it? Block this rookie from Texas. Block this kid from Texas. Kenny Vaccaro. Cutler not happy, talking on the sidelines to his team. Hey, look, this guy's coming in here. I'm standing there. I got to get out of here because no one else can block for me. How about some Jimmy Graham? NFC Player of the Month for September, the first tight end to win that award. And he stayed hot. Second quarter, Saints possession, 2nd and 12, their own 26. Breeze finds Graham for 29 yards over the middle of the field. 2 plays later, their own 45. Breeze goes deep on the left side again, hits Graham for 38 yards, down inside the 10. That would lead to a Pierre Thomas touchdown catch. Saints would lead 13-0. Next Saints possession, Saints leading 13-7. Breeze finds Graham again for 11 yards. He had 10 for 135, Jimmy Graham. He's not slowing down. 4 plays later, 2nd and 10. Breeze fakes right. The screen pass to Pierre Thomas, who has a convoy of blockers in front of him. His second receiving touchdown of the day. That makes it 20-7 New Orleans. Fourth quarter, Bears desperately trying to come back. Trailing 23-10, 3rd and 2 at the Saints 25. Cutler looking for his old Commodores teammate, Earl Bennett. But he gets the ball knocked out of his hands by Keenan Lewis. 4th down, the Bears say, we got to go for it. Cutler looking back to Bennett on the right side. Here comes a throw. It's got 1st down and more written all over it. Except Bennett drops the perfect throw. Look at it again. Cutler puts the ball right on the money, but Bennett can't catch it. Maybe this is why Vanderbilt didn't win many games. Ensuing Saints possession, 4th and 1, their own 47. Sean Payton sends the offense back out there. Lance Briggs stay onside. Lance Briggs, the 7-time Pro Bowler jumps off sides. Saints get a 1st down, run a few more minutes off the clock, and get a Garrett Hartley field goal to go up 26-10. But the Bears fight back. Cutler down the sideline looking for Alshon Jeffrey. He's out of bounds at the 1. 218 yards and a touchdown for Jeffrey on the day. Next play, 1st and goal. Here's a rope to Brandon Marshall for the score. They get 2-point conversion. They trail 26-18. Here comes the onside kick. Is it going to go left? Will it go right? Will it go up the middle? It's a middle kick. Benjamin Watson recovers it. The Saints win at 26-18. It's Drew Brees' first ever win against the Bears.
Saints taking their show on the road against Tom Brady and the Patriots up in Foxborough, coming off of their first loss of the year. Drew Brees unbeaten against the Patriots. Second quarter, New England ball up 10-7. Tom Brady, he doesn't have Gronk, by the way, inactive, so it's Michael Ho'omana-Wanui.
Okay.
We're just going to call him Mike the rest of the highlight.
There's Mike.
Nice
Run, Mike.
Yeah, that's 7 syllables if you're scoring at home, by the way. 9 plays later, 1st and goal. Stephen Ridley held without a touchdown coming into this game. That's his 2nd of the day.
This guy should be the featured back. He needs to step it up. He did today.
Rob Ryan, none too pleased. Now, This was the tactical move of the day. Jimmy Graham, 4 straight 100-yard efforts. Prime, they put Aqib Talib, their Pro Bowl corner, on it.
Aqib is a defensive back that's big enough to handle the physicality, but strong enough and fast enough to stay with Jimmy Graham. Aqib Talib is playing the best football of all cornerbacks in the game today.
Jimmy Graham held without a catch today. A catch. More on that momentarily. Third quarter, Saints down 10. Drew Brees to my Nicktoon friends.
What you said?
Yeah.
I thought you said something.
To Nicktoon. Yeah, it was. It's my Nicktoon friends, but he dropped it. As you see on this play, though, Aqib Talib, injured hip, and he was done.
That's going to hurt.
All right, so the Patriots' ensuing drive after a Saints field goal. Brady looking for Danny Amendola. Oh! Wide open.
How many times do you think Tom Brady
Not many.
has seen that and hit it right in stride?
So the Saints get the ball back, and that's Kyrie Robinson, the rookie out of West Texas A&M, and he's in for his first career touchdown. We're tied at 17, and Sean Payton's like, yeah, that away, baby. So here come the Pats. On the reverse, Danny Amendola. Watch the hit on the sideline.
Oh!
Now remember, Reggie Bush used to wear 25 in a Saints uniform. This is Raphael Bush.
That's his cousin.
I don't think Reggie hit this hard. Amendola down for the count.
Praying for you, man.
Fourth quarter, Saints have the ball, down 3. 3rd and 12. And once again, looking for the aforementioned Jimmy Graham. And what a job the Patriots did on him. Kyle Arrington. I'll take that, thank you.
Yeah, he overthrew this, but Jimmy Graham comes out of the game. He tweaks. Drew wants to call timeout, but the snap comes. Watch where Jimmy Graham tweaks his knee or his hammy or something, and then that'll be his last play.
Unreal that Jimmy Graham could be this ineffective in a game, and he left. He would not return. So Patriots with the ball in the red zone. Brandon Bolden. That is a 1-yard loss. Josh McDaniels wondering, that's not the play I called. So they settle for a field goal and a 6-point lead. But here come the Saints. It's Kyrie Robinson again. They get contributions from just about everybody, Mooch.
You got 2 great quarterbacks here playing, and they're utilizing all of their talent for this last drive. You just thought whatever quarterback had the ball last would win this darn game.
Yeah, 3 plays later, Graham giving it a game effort, trying to get back in there, but he was just ineffective. Ball incomplete as you take another look. Arrington again, right there to jar it loose. So now 3rd and 20, 2 plays later. Breeze looking for yet another rookie. Kenny Stills, the kid out of Oklahoma, his first career touchdown. They would review it as they do with all scoring plays, but he is coming up clutch.
Wow, this kid's from San Diego. La Costa Canyon High School in San Diego, went to Oklahoma. What a big catch over 2 defenders for the lead.
So now the Patriots down 1. 3rd and 3, Brady to Julian Edelman. That's incomplete. And Tom's like, do I have to start yelling at a veteran too? So now they're going to go for it with under 3 minutes to go on 4th down. Brady to Aaron Dobson, who had a ton of drops once again on this day.
There you go, another one.
So Rob Ryan's thinking, you know what? We're 6-0, baby. I feel good about this. I'm going to let my hair down.
You got to run the clock out.
But they can't. Drew Brees to Marcus Colston, who was really held in check.
Great play.
So the Saints settle for a 39-yard field goal. The lead is just 4. So here come the Patriots. Brady for Julian Edelman, but it's Keenan Lewis, the former Pittsburgh Steeler. And now the Saints can breathe a sigh of relief. Like the Patriots, they don't have enough timeouts. We're going to win this, baby. It's 3rd and 7. Drew Brees, and he's loses 5. So the Saints have to punt.
Big play.
So now New England,
huge play.
on their own 30, under a buck and a half to go. Brady to Edelman for 23.
Clutch.
Next play with the clock ticking. Brady to, remember Austin Collie? Welcome back to the NFL for 15. Now going for it on 4th down. Under 30 to go. It's Brady to Collie.
Oh, boy.
Can't get out of bounds. But the Patriots do have a 1st down. 2 plays later, Brady to the rookie Tompkins for the 17-yard score with 5 seconds left.
Oh, boy.
So a 3-point win for the Patriots, and what in the world does Bill Belichick think of this come-from-behind W?
Bills and the Saints. Saints have the 6th-ranked offense in the NFL. Former colleagues Sean Payton, Doug Marrone meeting at midfield. Doug Marrone says, you're going to take it easy on me here, right? Yeah, Sean Payton says, yeah, right. First quarter, no score. Thad Lewis keeps it on the read option. Takes a huge hit from David Hawthorne and fumbles. Recovered by Junior Gillette. Thad Lewis slow to get up. Saints take over at the 22. They would miss a Garrett Hartley field goal. So a couple Bills possessions later, no score. Lewis drops back. Hit by Cameron Jordan, not Jordan Cameron, Cameron Jordan. Lewis fumbles on the pump fake. It's recovered by Jordan. Watch it again. Since the tuck rule was changed, the play would be ruled a fumble. So Saints ball at the 21-yard line. 3 plays later, Saints ball, 3rd and 4 at the Bills' 15. Drew Brees, welcome back Lance Moore for the 15-yard touchdown. And the, I'm gonna dance like, and it, don't quite know what that is. Keeping his feet together, though. That's good movement. I like that movement. Saints lead 7-0. Second quarter, 2 Bills possessions later. 1st and 10, their own 28. Lewis over the middle to Stevie Johnson, who had a big day. The acrobatic catch, that first down would keep the drive alive. Same drive, 6 plays later. 3rd and 2 at the Saints' 13. Lewis looking for Johnson. Again, 13-yard touchdown. These two have pretty good chemistry together. Johnson, 4 receptions on the drive. Bills tie the game at 7. Saints ball now trailing 10-7. Brees looking deep. Kenny Stills. And there he goes. Stills is gone. Nash will not catch him. Young will not catch him. Even Crosby won't catch him. Saints lead 14-10. 69-yard touchdown. Someone's going to write a song about that one day. Next Saints possession. 2nd and 10 at the Bills' 15. Brees. Look at Jimmy Graham. What foot injury? Touchdown, Jimmy Graham. Brees' 3rd touchdown of the day. Saints lead 21-10 at the half. 3rd quarter now, Saints' 2nd possession. Brees looking for Jimmy Graham again. He's got him, and Jimmy Graham does what Jimmy Graham does best. Into the end zone for the 13-yard score. His 2nd touchdown of the day. Saints lead it 28-10. Bills trying to get back in it. 3rd and 9 at the Saints' 39-yard line. Lewis throwing deep for Marquise Goodwin. The leaping catch in the 26-yard gain. The Bills might not be finished yet. 4th quarter, same drive, 5 plays later. How about Fred Jackson? C.J. Spiller inactive for the day. This means it's Fred Jackson's backfield, and this means Fred Jackson gets in the end zone. He had 45 yards in the score on the day. It's a 28-17 Saints lead. Next Bills possession, trying to claw back in. 3rd and 7 at the Bills' 33. Goodwin's pass for Goodwin. This one's picked off by Keenan Lewis. Pretty easy throw. Saints ball at midfield. Lewis went for 234 but had 3 turnovers on the day. So now here are the Saints trying to salt it away. 3rd and 20 at the Bills' 42. Brees drops back again. Can't throw it to Crosby, can't throw it to Nash, can't throw it to Young. This means it's Stills. Touchdown, Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown of the day. A huge game for the brand new Saints weapon. Brees, 318 yards and 5 touchdowns. Saints win it 35-17. Family affair at JetLife Stadium. It's Rob, Rex, and Buddy ready for action. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I don't know, expecting Family Feud there. Saints opening drive, 1st and 10 from their 36. Drew Brees connects with Darren Sproles along the right side, but Sproles is hit hard. Left the game with a concussion. Antonio Allen, the shoulder pad to helmet. Darren Sproles would not return. Later in the 1st quarter, here's what being a Jet fan is like, summed up in 3 seconds. Brees looking for Robert Meacham, tips it. It's going to be an interception. Instead, it's tipped all the way back to Meacham, who kept it just short of the 1st down. Watch it again. This ball bounces everywhere. 1, 2, 3 hits, 4 hits off DeMario Davis's helmet. This still should be an interception. 5, 6, the Jets should still catch it. 7, 8. Robert Meacham somehow comes down with it. 2 plays later, 1st and 10 from their own 49. The Saints would capitalize. Jimmy Graham. Hey, Jaquan Jarrett, let's go for a ride. It's going to end in the end zone. 51 yards later, Saints up 7-3. Graham with the spike, still not 100%, but his injured foot not holding him back, at least in the 1st half. 2nd quarter, Saints ball. They lead 7-6. 2nd and goal from the Jets' 10-yard line. It worked once. Let's try it again. Drew Brees, Jimmy Graham, touchdown. Antonio Cromartie, a gnat on Graham's windshield. Listen to this. Jimmy Graham is fun. He should be a WWE wrestler. But just like that, it turned from a Jimmy Graham game into a Chris Ivory game. 2nd and 12 from their own 2-yard line. There goes Ivory, 52 yards against his old team. Ivory started to take over on the ground. Next Jets drive, 3rd and goal. Ivory. It's like the Saints didn't want to get near him. 3-yard touchdown, 93 in that score in the first half for Ivory. 2:18 left in the half. Saints ball leading 14-13. 1st and 10. Drew Brees looking for Nick Toon. Instead, Antonio Cromartie picks it off. His 2nd interception. Watch the replay. Cromartie drags his foot to stay in bounds. Sean Payton says, that was just 1 foot. The ref said, no, that was 2 feet. Marcus Colston says, yeah, no, I probably would have had that. 5 plays later, 1st and goal from the Jets 3. Geno Smith fakes the handoff, cuts back inside, in for the touchdown. Jets take a 20-14 lead into halftime, 17 unanswered, as Rob Ryan and his defense tries to regroup. 4th quarter, Saints ball trailing 26-17. 3rd and 1 from the Jets 36. Drew Brees looking for Jed Collins. It's a 1st down, but it's dropped. That leads to 4th down. This is a telling play. On 4th and inches, all their weapons. What do the Saints try to do? They run a reverse to Josh Hill, and Quentin Copel snuffs it out at the 45-yard line. Saints turn it over on downs, but the Jets unable to capitalize. 2:11 left in the game. Jets ball leading 26-20. 3rd and 9 from their own 30-yard line. Geno Smith looking for Stephen Hill. Incomplete pass. Rob Ryan's defense holds. Drew Brees gets a chance to win the game for New Orleans. Saints 2nd and 10 in their own 19-yard line. Here's Drew Brees looking for Nick Toon, son of Al Toon, former Jets great wideout, makes the catch for the 1st down, but the Saints are called for holding. Sets New Orleans back 10 yards. 3 plays later, 4th and 19, the last gasp. Quentin Copels pressures Drew Brees, who says, I'm going to try to throw this lefty. Incomplete. Jets win it 26-20. New York improves to 5-4. Rex Ryan still undefeated against his brother, lifetime in coaching matchups.
Des Bryant, see if he's on his best behavior. Sunday night cameras on you. DeMarcus Ware back after missing 3 games with a bad quad. Hey, look, Peyton, Rob, no, that's not. Oh, that's them. Okay. So they gave up almost 200 yards on the ground to the Jets last week, and so the Cowboys paid attention to that. DeMarco Murray, they gave him the rock early, LT.
He looked good early. They was running the ball really good early, and DeMarco Murray looked to be in top form.
Yeah, he had only 4 carries last week against the Vikings. He had 8 for 59 in the opening quarter. That one garnered 35. And then in the second, keep it on the ground. Why not, Michael Irvin?
Yeah, they started really running real well. Everybody made so much about only having a few carries last week in that win against the Vikings, so they wanted to come out and try to establish the run.
And look at the effort. They're almost diving into the end zone. And you know what? The Cowboys, they felt good early on in the second quarter. Rob Ryan's like, are you kidding me?
Good early drive.
Yeah, but here's where things changed a little bit for the Cowboys defense. Sean Lee, man in the middle.
That hammy, that left hammy.
Quarterback of that defense, he was done grabbing that hammy.
Look at that thing. Just
would not return. 9 plays later on this drive, it's Drew Brees to Jimmy Graham. You know, Jeff Heath, the rookie, last week he just got run over, remember, by Adrian Peterson. Here he can't just, you know,
yeah,
stop
he was
picking
going for the
on
ball
me.
again and everything, and just
This is a significant weight difference.
Big Graham right there.
3 plays later, 3rd and goal. Brees, the swing pass out to Pierre Thomas. Saints take a 14-10 lead, but look at the pressure DeMarcus Ware was putting on Drew Brees and the hit that he took. Prime, you know, Drew Brees, one of those tough little guys.
And he is all of that. You never hear about him complaining. You never hear him throwing his lineup under the bus, and no one makes excuses for him. He plays week in and week out.
Des Bryant, 9 for 224 last year against the Saints. What'd they do to him on Sunday night, Mike?
Man, they did what they needed to do. They gave him all the attention he needed. They made sure he didn't get going off the line of scrimmage. 2, sometimes 3 guys sitting right there in his face. It was a smart defensive play by Coach Ryan.
Held catchless in the first 30 minutes. Now, final minute of the first half.
88s, man. Trust me, I know. I've been right there.
LT, is there a quarterback that does the 2-minute drive better than your old teammate?
No, I don't think so, and especially when you have Darren Sproles at his disposal.
And then Marcus Colston for 19.
Yeah, it was good to see Colston get back in there and start making plays.
And then, yeah, once again, it's Darren Sproles. Is there a guy on the Saints team you didn't play with?
Well, this is my old teammate. I actually taught him how to do this, guys.
Oh, okay, good. Well done.
He looks good doing it.
28 yards on the score. Breeze threw for 252 and 3 scores in the first half, and they were up 28-10 at recess. Third quarter, Romo, who was held to 20 passing yards in the first half, looking for Dez Bryant, and that's...
Yeah, a little deep right there. Got to get that ball up. Just give him an opportunity to try to go up in the air and make a play.
All right, and finally, with just over a minute to go in the third, Romo finally connects with 88 for 44.
Great audible. They put Dez on the slot. He lined up to the outside. They'd audible real quick. They saw something. They took advantage of it.
That was not only his first, but only catch of the night. Next play, Romo to the rookie, Terrence Williams out of
Baylor.
Thank you.
Nice 2 pump route right there. A little quick in and up. Got Greer biting on the end. Touchdown.
All right, so the Cowboys down just 18, but then in the fourth, Breeze to Kenny Stills.
Really love Kenny Stills and the way he's come on here as of late. Talking to him, man, what a good pickup by the Saints. He's really making a difference for that team.
Touchdowns to 4 different receivers on this night. His 23rd career, I'm talking for Drew Brees, 4 touchdown performance. 49-17 as they pile up more than 600 yards of total offense. For the first time since that Super Bowl loss to the Ravens, Colin Kaepernick, remember last year, beat the Saints by 10 in his second NFL start.
Yep.
Drew Brees, almost 50 points, more than 600 total yards last week in that big win over the Cowboys. Second quarter, Saints up 7-zip. Lance Moore back to receive the punt. Uh-oh. It's recovered by Bubba Ventrone.
Oh, Bubba.
Bubba Ventrone.
Hey, Bubba. Bubba Gump. Shrimp down in New Orleans. Why not? 49ers next possession. Kaepernick to Anquan Bolden, who just plays huge in this stadium.
Doesn't he? You know, in Anquan Bolden and Vernon Davis are the only guys that received touchdowns from Kaepernick.
Yeah,
did it again.
Third this year. Now this is the big play.
Big play
Corey
of the game.
White picks it off.
Look at the
Looks
hustle.
like he's got a pick 6. Look at Kaepernick.
Look at the hustle by the guy from Nevada.
So we got the ball flying out of the end zone. It is ruled a touchback on the field. Now, of course, every scoring play and every turnover is reviewed. So what happened here, Coach?
Well, they're going to try to see if it's down by contact, but he was touched certainly, but they couldn't tell if he was juggling the ball or not. This was good hustle by Kaepernick. It is clearly a fumble out of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, Niners on the 20.
Ruling on the field stands. Great job by referee Mooch. Good job.
Very good job.
All right,
Why
so-
are we showing this?
He's a big player, boo-boo, and the cornerback should have held it with one hand. He would have never fumbled.
Yeah, Cadet with the huge run back, 82 yards all the way down to the red zone. It would lead to a Jed Collins touchdown, giving the Saints a 14-10 lead. But Kaepernick trying to engineer the comeback. What do we got? Almost picked off by Chris Carr. Next play, Kaepernick. It's not Jordan Cameron. He's with the Browns. It's Cameron Jordan. He's with the Saints. Kaepernick, 10 of 19, 64 yards going into recess. Third quarter, Saints up 4 and with the ball on 3rd and 4. Breeze looking for Jimmy Graham, but it's Ahmad Brooks.
Got all day to throw.
Didn't
Got
he
all
pick
day to
one
throw.
off last year for
You
a
have
touchdown?
all day to throw, man. You got
Look at
all
Ahmad
day.
Brooks. I'll take that, thank you.
Somebody tackle him.
That's a bad decision by Breeze.
Well, he fumbles it, but gathers it at the 22. One more look at it. Look at the athleticism.
Yeah, you remember last year, he had a pick 6 in that game, helped the Niners win.
2nd and 15 on the ensuing drive. Kaepernick to Vernon Davis. You mentioned it, Mooch.
There it is. He was healthy. He had the concussion last week, but he's back healthy, and he scores.
His 8th touchdown
Jump
catch
shot,
this
too.
year. Add in the 3-pointer that, well, we won't. But the Niners do get a 17-14 lead. So now, Saints' next possession, 4th and 4. Sean Payton, the mad scientist, he's going
Why
for
not?
it.
Of course he does.
But it's incomplete, intended for Josh Hill, so the 49ers take over at their own 40. Fourth quarter, Niners with the ball and leading by 3. 3rd and 9, Kaepernick looking for Vernon Davis, and
No.
so they'd settle for a Dawson field goal and a 6-point lead. But here come the Saints. 3rd and 1 at the 32. Breeze. Marcus Colston, who became the Saints' all-time leader in receiving
on 3rd
yards.
and 1 play action.
Nice throw.
Led to a Garrett Hartley field goal. So the Saints down 3. Next Niners drive. Kaepernick to Frank Gore, and he's what? No!
Oh, that was a big one right there.
Oh, one more look.
And
Just
he might go for 50 yards.
Kaepernick's going to be seeing that one in his sleep, if he sleeps at all after this one. 3rd and 2, though,
Hey!
for the Saints. Breeze sacked by Ahmad Brooks. The fumble's recovered by Patrick Willis, but we got a problem, Mooch.
Yeah, you know, he hit him up top, but watch on the way down now. It's a horse collar. He drives him by the neck and the face mask and the whole thing. 15-yard penalty, first down,
He ducked.
Saints.
He ducked.
Jim Harbaugh, none too pleased. Kaepernick trying to tell his defense, have a little heart. In the meantime, Breeze a little bloodied on this one, but undaunted because it's Breeze to the rookie. Kenny Stills, does he have it?
No, he's come up big now in the last several games, but he's not to be on that one.
Led to a Hartley field goal. We're tied at 20. So Sean Payton telling the crowd to get into it, and they do.
Almost a safety.
Almost a safety.
There should have been a
Kaepernick gets it away.
He wants a safety.
Yeah, he did. He did. He wanted it. Should it have been called a safety
Oh,
move?
it's close. I don't know. It's so close. We need a replay on the goal line, don't we?
So now 3rd and 19, $1:56 to go. Kaepernick. He's got those sweet feet. Can he get 19? He go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not going to count. He gets 16. So they got a punt. Lining up to punt, Darren Sproles.
Oh, boy.
Don't do it.
no.
Boy, he didn't
Don't
see the fair
do it.
catch signal.
Yep. On Kasim Osgood, one of the better special teamers in the league, too. 3 plays later, Breeze, Colston, a gain of 20, and they are in field goal territory with under a minute to go. Next play, it's Breeze, who threw for 305 to Jimmy Graham. He's inside the red zone. We're talking business. So now the Saints, with just a few ticks left, the struggling Garrett Hartley. They brought in kickers this week. Got it.
The opening night of week number 12, Drew Brees came into this game and surpassed Warren Moon, 5th most passing yards in the history of the National Football League, as Matt Ryan came out and scored in the game for the first time in 4 weeks. This game was tied at 7, second quarter, when Akeem Hicks went up high on went up high on Matt Ryan, and everybody from 49ers Nation up in arms with the Falcons Nation that there was no flag here. How is there no flag called there?
Well, I think there probably should have been, and it just goes
Probably
that way.
should have been.
And
Not
Mike says,
definitely
hey,
should have
hit him
been.
right in the
It
face.
shouldn't have been.
And instead,
it's the same play that happened last week in the San Francisco game.
certainly more flagrant. And Atlanta got a field goal to go up 10-7 when Jimmy Graham is wide open, scores, dunks the ball so hard that the uprights are crooked. There had to be a timeout. They brought out a straight edge to get things back in order.
Every game that Jimmy Graham has played in, he's caught a touchdown against the Atlanta Falcons, 5 touchdowns. Every game they catch a touchdown, they win, and they did it again tonight.
Well, it's fitting they had a straight edge here. I mean, Arthur Blank did own Home Depot, right? I mean, they should have that sort of stuff handy, right?
There's the play that we're talking about right there early in the 4th quarter. The fumble by Darius Johnson, that turned the game right there.
It was a huge 3rd down play previously that he dropped.
Corey White
that
recovers
led
as
to points as
Keonta
well.
Dawson was the one who knocked the ball free. Rob Ryan is all fired up, giving everybody a you the man point as the Saints get the ball back. 17-13, 8 minutes to go, 3rd and 13. Drew Brees going up top. It's incomplete as he was going for Robert Meacham, Saints punt. So the Falcons get the ball back down 4 and begin to matriculate things. Matt Ryan to Tony Gonzalez. This is career catch 1,300. It's a good thing he didn't want to stay on campus back when you tried to get him to stay at Cal, right, Steve? Back in the day?
Right.
Yeah, 5 minutes to go. 3rd and
Club.
15. We were talking about this play, Marshall. It should have been a different play call, you think?
I felt like, Rich, you got to just get enough in order to make 4th down manageable so you can go for it in that situation.
So Matt Bryant with the 52-yarder, it's good, except Sean Payton called a timeout, icing the kicker up 4 points. And guess what? It worked, because Matt Bryant, as I said, was iced up, son.
Yes, he was.
Either way, the defense has to make a stop right now.
Well, they had all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning remaining, and Mike Smith's defense could not make a stop. As soon the Saints were on the plus side of the field, and this was Pierre Thomas's night in a nutshell right there.
If the Saints can do this, if they can run the ball to finish the game, then everybody in the league is in trouble. Everybody in the league is in trouble if they can do that.
10 rushes, 73 yards, and also 5 receptions, 57 yards for Pierre Thomas. Drew Brees, 23 of 33, 278 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Russell Wilson and the Seahawks completely dominated the New Orleans Saints tonight, and Drew Brees didn't think it was going to go down exactly like this, despite the home record for the Seahawks as of late. But he didn't think this was going to happen either. Stripped by Cliff Averill. Michael Bennett recovers. They're calling it a strip sack and a fumble. It's a 22-yard return for a touchdown. And the Seahawks up 10-0. Take another look at how this went down. Walk me through this, DJ.
Well, you got Drew Brees holding on the ball a little bit too long, not feeling that pressure. What you love about Drew Brees, normally has that pocket awareness to get rid of the ball, climb in the pocket, get away. Couldn't get away on that one.
All right, so here's Russell Wilson just rolling out, going to work. Zach Miller wide open, has a 10-yard lead on everybody, but can't quite make it to the end zone. Gets pretty close, though. 60-yard gain. That's Miller's longest catch of the season. Sets this up, 3rd and goal, 3 plays later. Wilson to Miller again. He gets his touchdown anyway. The Seahawks add to their lead at 17-0 at this point in the second quarter. Man, Drew Brees trying to make something happen. Well, you know, if you have a guy named Jimmy Graham, he's going to help you out just a little bit. This one good for a 20-yard gain. Then it's after a little smack talk, 2nd and goal is Jimmy Graham again. Coach, how does that happen? How do you let this guy get open in the end zone? He's done this too many times.
Well, they got so many weapons. At some point, okay, we want to take away Jimmy Graham, but what about Marcus Colston on the outside? What about Sproles? We got to account for him as well. So at some point, you're going to get the matchups, and of course, the sheer size of Jimmy Graham. I'm very impressed with the fact that this secondary, this somewhat depleted secondary, matched up so well, and that Graham wasn't able to hurt them more.
Well, the Seattle Seahawks offense was moving. That's Marshawn Lynch for 14. And here's Russell Wilson again making things happen with his feet. He picks up 15 yards in the first down here, and the Seahawks are moving right into the red zone. Couple of plays later, Wilson again feeling the pressure, gets rid of it. Wide open is Doug Baldwin in the end zone. The Seahawks now leading 27-7. That was an 85-yard touchdown drive. Take another look here. Coach, tell me what you're thinking when you're Russell Wilson.
Well, anytime you can get outside your protection, that breaks down the defense. Look at the defense pursue. Right now they're figuring we can't let Russell Wilson get outside. We can't let him run into the end zone. So everybody's flowing that way, plus there's a breakdown in coverage. This guy is all by himself. I got a feeling that Rob Ryan, there are multiple things they were going to do to stop Russell Wilson. Maybe a little confusing for the players, some coverage breakdowns.
Oh, here's Brees working out of his own end zone, going deep for Marcus Colston, deflected by Richard Sherman. The Saints just not able to get anything going on offense. They're forced to punt on the drive. So on the Seahawks' ensuing drive, Wilson deep for Ricardo Lockett for a 33-yard gain. Take one more look at this. Lockett made a really nice catch holding on to this ball. The coverage was all over him.
You got to have strong hands to be able to finish that catch right there. Phenomenal play by Lockett. Guys making plays all over the place for Seattle.
Yeah, Sean Payton decided not to challenge that play. Russell Wilson pressured here, throws out of bounds, but there's a penalty for roughing the passer. Akeem Hicks coming in as he makes the throw. The penalty gives the Seahawks a first down. So 2 plays later, Wilson is looking for Kellen Davis, deflected by Derek Coleman.
That's a sign it's your night.
Coleman there. Oh, look at that.
That's a sign it's your night.
No, that was designed that way. The hard part is to design the tip. The catch you can get. It's the tip that's the hard
I like
thing
the
to
bump
design.
and the set. I just don't know if we got the spike at the end of that play.
Nice heads-up play by Derek Coleman to keep his feet in bounds there and then dive in for the score. The Seahawks added their lead 34-7. Pete Carroll was having a fun night, wasn't he? 34-7 is the final. The Seahawks get yet another win, their 14th straight at home. They are unbeatable at CenturyLink Field. They have not lost since 2011. Yet an 8-game winning streak on the line. Brees and the Saints unbeaten at home. But this would be a tough test against Cam Newton and company. Cam having a rough night in New Orleans. Cam, look out, hanging in the pocket, and he goes down. The Panthers would have to settle for a field goal and a 3-0 lead.
He's not doing the Superman.
Can you do that?
He did it. Don't step on the Superman.
Oh, my. On the next possession, incomplete to Greg Olsen, so the Panthers have to settle for another field goal. It's 6-0 late in the second quarter. Panthers trailing 14-6. Cameron Jordan getting to Cam. They were all over him.
That was the theme all night. They were putting Cam on his back all night long.
Well, Marcus Colston 1 touchdown in the last 10 games, but 4 in his last 3 games against the Panthers.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying I think something good is going to happen here involving Marcus Colston, and it does. A touchdown there. The Saints up 7-6 after a 9-play, 80-yard drive. And on the next possession, give me some more Colston.
Brian, why is your man playing on the back line of the end zone?
Well, he won't be back there next week, I promise you that. Back line of the end zone. It don't make any sense at all.
Well, we've seen him run it before very well. The 2-minute drill, Drew Brees and the Saints trying to rebound from last week. Here's Colston again for a pickup of 19. On the next play, 1:50 left on the clock, over to Sproles.
This is one of the best screen running teams in the game, and Sproles he's really their MVP next to Drew Brees.
Well, here's Brees again to, I guess you could say, another one of their most important players, Jimmy Graham, for the 5-yard touchdown. 21-6, the Saints are up at halftime.
You use him on your basketball team, fine.
Yeah.
He would do some damage there as well.
Fourth quarter.
Newton can't find anyone, and look at that. Cameron Jordan again. You were right, LT. This was a theme. They just kept getting in there and disrupting his rhythm.
They couldn't block Cameron Jordan. We had a great night.
With 4. We're rushing 4 all night.
Well, here's Brees to Jimmy, breaking a couple of tackles and running guys over for 8 yards.
A little physical out there.
Brees, by the way, goes
Pay
over
that man.
50,000 passing yards for his career. He is now ranked 5th all time. Very next play, 1st and goal at the 8. Brees to Graham, stretches over for the touchdown. It's 31-6, and the Saints go on to win it, beating the Panthers. For the first time in 8 games, the Panthers go down the final 31-13. I guess last week we all wanted to forget about the Saints. They're back.
So let's move on to a team that could clinch a playoff berth with a win. That would be Drew Brees on the road, but they're inside against the Rams. So, yeah, get them all fired up, Drew. Looking so good last Sunday night against top-ranked defense in Carolina. First quarter, Drew Brees looking for Jimmy Graham, but it's T.J. McDonald. I'll take that. It's a little short.
Real short.
Led to a Rams touchdown pass and a 7-0 St. Louis lead. Next Saints possession, Brees again looking for Jimmy Graham, which makes sense. However, it's Tremaine Johnson. That's a little short, too.
Yeah, there were 3 guys around that receiver there. They probably would like to have that one back, Drew.
Led to another Rams touchdown and a 14-zip lead. Ensuing Rams kickoff. Young Jeezys, they like to call. Oh, we got an onside kick. I love this.
Great execution of play.
Hey, Saints should always be leery of that. They did it in the Super Bowl a few years ago, right?
Good call.
It was recovered by Stedman Bailey, the other rookie out of West Virginia on that team. Second quarter, Brees. Well, you know, it's one of those guys we haven't talked a lot about this year. Robert Quinn. What a year he's had.
Yeah, we remember these 2 defensive ends, Quinn and Long, coming against Russell Wilson over there. They can put it on you now.
Saints had to settle for a field goal. They at least got on the board, but 2 Rams possessions later. Zach Stacy.
Yes. He's on my fantasy team.
I was wondering what the one you were.
Everybody on your team.
You better win the whole thing with your fantasy team this year.
I'm on my
Saints do not make the playoffs, at least today.
Saints and the Panthers. New Orleans can clinch the NFC South in a first-round bye with a win, so the stakes really not that high. How about Cam Newton and the Panthers? They can clinch a playoff berth for the first time since 2008 with a victory. Riverboat Ron and the Panthers had won 8 in a row before losing to the Saints 31-13 in Week 14. A couple of big injuries in the first half. Steve Smith, who had touchdowns 2 weeks ago when the teams met, came up gimpy running a route over the middle, had to be helped off the field after sustaining a left knee injury. He tried to come back. He couldn't go. How about Kenny Vaccaro? Crucial piece of the Saints secondary this season. First quarter, Panthers ball, 2nd and 3, their own 27. Vaccaro in on the tackle, gets pinned underneath the pile. He would have to be carted off. He would suffer a left ankle injury, and he would not return. How about Drew Brees in the offense? Sean Payton benched Charles Brown earlier in the week, gave the start to rookie Teron Armstead. Brees sacked 5 times in the first half. Armstead gets burned here, gets burned again. Second quarter on the ensuing kickoff, Thomas Morstead kicking it off to the Packers. Morstead's going to go for an onside kick, except recovered by Ramon Humber at the Saints' 47-yard line. Saints take over. Humber is pumped. Take another look. Perfectly executed kick right here. Would lead to a 24-yard Shane Graham field goal. Saints lead it 6-0. Anything the Saints know how to do, it's execute the onside kick, right, Peyton? 2 possessions later for the Saints, Drew Brees looking for Kenny Stills, picked off by Thomas Davis at the 43. Davis is pumped. Watch it again. Great athletic play to leap up and make that pick. Drew Brees stunned as he walks off the field. Next play, 1st and 10 on the Saints 43. It's DeAngelo Williams. He had a big touchdown last week against the Jets, breaking free. Another one here, 43 yards for the score. Panthers lead 7-6 at halftime. Panthers can taste that playoff berth. Drew Brees, hey! Give me that. I got to look at that so I don't throw any more interceptions. Third quarter, strong winds and heavy rain arrived. Water pouring out of the drains. Look at this. One fan decides, I'm going to stand right under it because I'm wearing a crazy poncho. Weather would cause the Saints offense to stall in the third quarter. That was me on TV. I was the guy getting drenched by all the water. Third quarter, Saints ball now, trailing 10-6. Breeze looking for Jimmy Graham, picked off by Luke Kuechly. Kuechly incredible all day long, 24 tackles and an interception for Kuechly. Fourth quarter, look at all that rain coming down, 11:57 left to go. Saints ball still trailing 10-6. Drew Brees looking for Jimmy Graham over the middle. And Graham breaks free for 46 yards. Takes it all the way to the Panthers' 48-yard line. 9 plays later, a long drive here for New Orleans. 6:43 left to go. 3rd and goal, the Panthers 5. Brees looking for Jimmy Graham. Touchdown Graham. And Graham works his way through the triple team for the slam dunk. Armstead decides, hey, I'm going to jump up and pretend to dunk it too. Saints take a 13-10 lead. 2 possessions later for the Panthers, 3:52 remaining. 1st and 10, their own 33. Cam Newton drops back, and he is sacked for a loss of 7. Newton, not pleased. I'm the franchise quarterback, and I'm getting sacked. 2 plays later, 2:38 left, 3rd and 9, Cam hits Greg Olsen for 2 yards, not enough for the first down. Cam Newton, the Panthers want to go for it, but Riverboat Ron says, let's punt. With 2:04 left and 2 timeouts, will get the ball back. So ensuing Saints drive, $1:47 left to go, 3rd and 9, their own 27. Mark Ingram up the middle for 1 yard, brings up 4th down. Panthers get the ball back. This the right gamble by Riverboat Ron. Sean Payton runs the clock down, then has to punt. So, Carolina, last chance. Rob Ryan watches, 55 seconds left. 1st and 10, their own 35. Cam Newton escapes pressure, and he hits Ted Ginn for 37 yards. All the way down to the Saints' 28-yard line. 2 plays later, 42 seconds left to go. 2nd and 10 at the Saints' 28-yard line. Cam Newton again escapes pressure. Finds Greg Olsen for 14 yards, down to the Saints' 14. 2 plays later, 28 seconds left to go. 2nd and 10 at the Saints' 14. Cam Newton, Dominic Hickson, touchdown. Panthers lead 17-13. Ron Rivera says, yep, I had it all the way. Rob Ryan, not happy with how this sequence of events has turned out, but still, watch again. Hickson, a beautiful diving catch, gets both hands underneath the football, rolls over, and now it's the Panthers with a playoff berth in their sights, and Rob Ryan says, well, I've been out here for 3.5 hours, and I'm just wet. Ensuing Saints drive, last chance for Drew Brees, 6 seconds left. It's a Hail Mary. And it's a high Hail Mary. Mike Mitchell, call sign Viper, bats it down. Panthers win it by the final of 17-13. They're going to the playoffs. Drew Brees, 281 and a touchdown in defeat.
Very soon. Let's check in on the Saints, who needed a win just to get in. The NFC South is out of play, but hey, Drew's still excited. We could be a 6 seed, boys! Taking on the Buccaneers. Opening possession, Drew Brees to Lance Moore.
Got him.
Gosh, he throws such a pretty ball, doesn't
He
he?
does. You give him time to throw, man. He's one of the most productive quarterbacks.
What
was that?
No.
I saw Mooch doing that earlier.
No, you didn't.
In the dressing room.
Mooch
you doing that in the dressing room earlier?
Then Brees to Jimmy Graham for touchdown number 16. And see, that's how it's done, Melvin White. You got to hang on to the
Yeah, he didn't put a lot of energy in that. Pay that man.
Quarter, Saints up by 7. Brees to Kenny Stills, who can do more than just touchdown dance.
Rookie from La Costa Canyon High School.
Please tell me that one, Reeves.
That was somebody. It wasn't good.
Usually the guy that try to veers off in front of the camera, that's his man.
Hey, Breeze, 17 of 21 for 321 and 4
Go ahead,
touchdowns
Gromar.
in the first half. And then piling on. Why don't you just take it yourself and watch this? Watch this. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh!
Huh?
Huh? There wasn't no dunk.
All right, well. Nick Foles, Westlake High School, by the way, in Austin, Texas. 10 years after that guy went to Westlake High School in Austin, Texas. As we told you, the Saints looking for their first postseason road win. Opening possession, 4th and 2 at the Eagles' 37. What are they doing? They're going to go for it, and we got drama. We got flags. We got people moving and bouncing, and we're calling it on your old teammate, LT, Drew Brees. What did he do? Did he do the old head bob?
Yeah, probably so. Drew is known for doing too much sometimes with the head bob.
Can't do that.
The Saints forced a punt. 2 possessions later, 1st and 10 at midfield. Breeze looking for the rookie Kenny Stills, but it's Bradley Fletcher with the INTs. That's just a poor throw, Brian.
A horrible throw. Great play by the defensive back to make the play and get some nice return yards at that.
Return of 24 out to the Eagles' 27, but the Eagles would miss a field goal on that possession. Next Saints possession, it's 3rd and 7, and Breeze looking for his all-world tight end, Jimmy Graham, who was held to just 3 catches. Here, he's got it. He's looking for the first down, but he loses the rock. The Eagles have recovered, or at least that's what the refs say. But, of course, every turnover is reviewed. And upon further review, look at that knee.
Got the knee down.
Knee is down, so the Saints retain possession.
Great officiating. Way to get the call right.
Well, the call is actually reversed, so then they get it right.
You're right.
Then on the next play, 4th and short, they're going to go for it, but Benjamin Watson moved. So the Saints had to settle for a Shane Graham field goal and a 3-0 lead.
Wasn't he in the huddle when they called the play?
And that's a vet, too. Next Saints possession. 2nd and 7, Breeze for Lance Moore, but it's picked off by D'Amico Ryans. Breeze's 2nd pick of the game, and the Eagles are across midfield. Drew just wasn't himself in the first half.
Yeah, but their Philly defense mixed up coverages very well against Drew Brees, confused him at times. Great play there by D'Amico Ryans.
So here comes Philly, which was really out of sync for much of the first quarter and a half as well. Nick Foles in the pocket to Riley Cooper. 8 of his 9 touchdown grabs when Foles was throwing it.
Look how much time he had.
A lot of time. It's hard to cover a guy that long, man.
Eagles would take a 7-6 halftime lead. 3rd quarter, same score. First possession of half number 2. Foles. Pockets collapsing, and it's a Hicks-Jordan sandwich. 3 and out for Philly.
So you could get that type of pressure with 4 guys. You're doing pretty good.
Here come the Saints on their possession. Drew Brees rolling out, hitting Lance Moore. And he's into the end zone from 24 yards out, and the Saints have a 13-7 lead. Next Philly possession, 3rd and 4. Foles to Riley Cooper. He's got it.
That was big, man. He had nothing but yardage, nothing but grass in front of him. That was a big drop.
I mean, there are certain plays that players are going to go to sleep tonight thinking about. That's the one for Riley Cooper. So here come the Saints on the ensuing possession. Breeze to Stills. Boy, the rookie becoming a bigger part of the game plan, LT.
Yes, he is. Rookie out of Oklahoma really has come on strong lately.
Next play, Breeze to Mr. False Start, Benjamin Watson for his only catch of the day. Saints starting to show a little bit of balance. In fact, 3 plays later, 1st and goal, and it's the almost forgotten running back of the group with Pierre Thomas out injured, Mark Ingram.
This is where he's best. He puts his foot in the ground, goes downhill into the end zone. Great run by Mark Ingram.
He can't do Shady's dance.
You talk about that much improved Saints defense. Keenan Lewis was a guy who was just locking people down, Prime.
I mean, this guy has done a great job all season. I think he's really played good. Really with the injuries, with that secondary for the Saints, these guys came on well. Now he suffered a concussion this game, had to leave for the entirety of the game.
And that's when the Eagles started picking on his replacement out there, and it just got a little bit ugly because Foles looking deep downfield for Deshaun Jackson. He's got his first catch with under 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
That's horrible.
4 plays later, 4th and goal at the 1. Foles to Shady, and he pounds it in, and the Eagles are within 6. Now that's the way you do that dance.
He's trying to get back in the game. They're not going to let him back in the game.
Later on in the 4th, Breeze looking deep downfield as well, finding Robert Meacham for his only catch of the evening, 40 yards on that, as he beats Patrick Chung. Saints settle for a Graham field goal and a 6-point cushion once again. But here come the Eagles. It's Foles to Deshaun Jackson, covered by Corey White, but that's not coverage, that's PI. Get your hand down, fan. Get your hand down. Thank you, it's PI.
That's the way to attack the one-on-one.
So 2 plays later, as Rob Ryan sitting there shaking his head, Foles to the backup tight end, Zach Ertz, the rookie out of Stanford. He's into the end zone. The PAT gives the Eagles the 1-point lead. But on the ensuing kickoff, Darren Sproles. So dangerous, so explosive, and then tack on 15 with a horse collar by Kerry Williams.
That's a big penalty.
Huge.
So now you're talking about just needing a few first downs. You're in field goal range here on 3rd and 1. Breeze keeping it himself, and Jed Collins, the fullback, with a little pushing help as well. 5 plays later, the Saints run the clock all the way down for Shane Graham, who was signed in mid-December. He, a veteran of 9 different teams, sends the Saints on to their next stop, which will be a rematch with Seattle. The Saints pick up their first ever road playoff win, 26-24, even though they don't get a huge evening from Drew Brees, under 300 for the first time in his last 4 playoff games.
All right, here we go. The Saints in Seattle. Drew Brees with his ski cap on, and I don't even think that was going to help in the rain. That was coming down.
Some hail mixed in there, for sure.
How about some pregame trash talk? Have you ever seen so much of this, guys?
Well, you know what's funny is now this is Jimmy Graham, obviously right there in the mix. You see Ben Watson trying to settle him down, but where'd Jimmy Graham do today? You know, I mean, he can't throw the ball to himself, but I'm going to give
16 yards.
Thomas Morstead, listen, he bobbled the snap ball right through his hands. McCown, your backup quarterback. Listen, Shane Graham, look at the laces. I mean, you got to turn the laces. I was never a field goal kicker, but I know one thing: you can't kick the laces.
Gets and does a great job of getting skinny. And what I mean, taking it right down the numbers. Yeah, for a guy that size, you get out there and there's space there, and he does a great job of finding his way in there. But Drew Brees.
Holston, the Saints turn it over on downs. Pete Carroll, jacked.
Now I can need some more enthusiasm.
Well, he did avoid the sack there, but Drew Brees isn't the tallest guy in the world, and he just couldn't get the complete pass.
Hard ground, very difficult.
You see the side of the face. It's that temple shot. That's where most concussions happen.
He's going to get a fitted mouthpiece, though.
You know what I mean? Those things are too loose.
The Saints a 25-yard gain, and they're marching down the field. In the 4th quarter, same drive for the Saints. It's third. Robert Meacham hauls it in. Earl Thomas was there, just kind of tips it up to Meacham, who was waiting on the play, picks up 52 yards. 3 plays later. Look at that 24-yard gain, but there's a challenge flag on the play. Let's take another look.
It's a great catch, and I think he gets the knee, because if the knee goes down,
they come and you have no timeouts. You know they're running the rock. They get the edge. Couldn't tell whose fault it was there, but inexcusable.
There, the Skittles. It was raining Skittles.
Go for the Hail Mary.
Situational awareness. This is what frustrates me. Everyone was a better football player than me, but Marcus, you got to know the time on the clock, feel it, step out of bounds, live to play another down.
23-15 the final. The Seahawks moving on to the conference championship game, and they are going to play either the Carolina Panthers or their nemesis, the San Francisco 49ers. The Seahawks already in the NFC Championship game.